What's up there guys, GarethWilliam414 here, and today I'm bringing you the big one. Today I'm bringing you Zane Truesdale's Deck Profile. This deck has been heavily requested by a lot of you, so I'm really happy to be bringing that for you today. This video is also the last video in my Zane week. Earlier in the week I did a Zane vs Jaden duel. Midweek I opened a booster box of Cybernetic Revolution, and finally today I'm bringing you Zane's Deck Profile. So for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Character deck profiles, character deck duels, Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings and more, you can head over to my channel, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So with that being said, I'm going to start with none other than Zane's 3 Cyber Dragons. This is a really cool monster, and I loved it when Zane played this. So it's a 5-star monster, 2100 attack and 1600 defense. Its effect is if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is pretty awesome. It can get you an early advantage if you draw it in your first hand, and obviously you're looking at getting as many of these as you can, so you can start getting like Cyber Dragon out, Cyber Twin, things like that. Next up I run 3 copies of Proto-Cyber Dragon. This card is awesome. Basically this card's name becomes Cyber Dragon when it's on the field, so it's another easy way of getting those fusion monsters out. Next up I have Cyber Laser Dragon and Cyber Barrier Dragon. So Cyber Laser Dragon has 2400 attack, 1800 defense, and its effect is kind of like Elemental Hero Thunder Giant. So once per turn you can destroy a monster that has equal to or more attack than this card, which is pretty awesome. Then we've got Cyber Barrier Dragon, so it's got 800 attack and 2800 defense. His effect is while this card is in attack position, your opponent's first attack each turn is negated. So, it's not as good in my opinion as Cyber Laser Dragon, as you're going to really want Cyber Barrier Dragon in defense mode with its 2800 defense. Next up, I run 1 copy of Cyber Kieran. It's a little 3-star monster, 300 attack, 800 defense. This is the effect that you really want it in there for. By attributing this card, any effect damage inflicted to you this turn becomes 0. So Zane would often use this in combination with the damage that you should receive from Power Bond. Next I have Cyber Phoenix. It's a 4-star monster, 1200 attack and 1600 defense. Its effect is when this card is in attack position, negate any spell/trap effects that target exactly one machine type monster you control. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card, so that's pretty awesome. Then I have Cyber Ouroboros. I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not quite sure. It's a 2-star monster, 100 attack and 600 defense, so another little weak monster there. Its effect is when this card is removed from play, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to draw 1 card. So you're not really going to get this off, but it's, Zane played it for some reason. Next up I have Cyber Valley. This guy's got like no attack or defense, but he's got 3 really cool effects. So what you can do is, let's have a look. When this card is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, you can banish this card, draw 1 card, and then end the battle phase, which is pretty cool. Or you can target 1 face-up monster you control on this card, you banish both of them to draw 2 cards. Or finally, you can target 1 card in your graveyard, banish this card and 1 card from your hand, then place that target to the top of your deck. So that's pretty cool. Next up I have Kaiser Glider, 6-star monster, 2400 attack, 2200 defense. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has the same attack. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target 1 monster on the field and return that target to the hand. So this card is really cool. Next up I have Heavy Mech Support Platform. Basically this is a bit of a union monster, so what you can do with this card is you can attach it to a machine type monster and it gains 500 attack and defense. If the equipped monster would be destroyed, you can destroy this card instead, which is really cool. Next up I have Armored Cyber, so it works exactly the same way as Heavy Mech. You can attach it to a Cyber Dragon or a fusion monster that lists Cyber Dragon as a fusion material monster. Basically what you can do, by reducing the monster's attack by 1000, you can destroy 1 face-up monster on the field, which is really cool. Then I have Cyber Soldier Dark World, 4-star monster, 1400 attack, 1200 defense. And next I have the start of when Zane went dark. So we've got Cyber Dark Horn, Cyber Dark Edge, and Cyber Dark Keel. They're all pretty cool monsters. When they're summoned, you can attach 1 level 3 or lower dragon type monster to the card, and it gains attack equal to that monster's original attack. They've each got their own individual effects as well. So Cyber Dark Horn has piercing, Cyberdark Edge, you can attack your opponent directly, but they only take damage equals half of the attack of the monster. And Cyberdark Kill inflicts 300 points of damage for every monster that it destroys. Next up I have that 3-star little dragon monster there, Exploder Dragon. It's got a cool little effect though. 1000 attack. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy the monster that destroyed it. Neither player takes any battle damage from attacks involved with this card. So this card can be pretty cool, to be fair. His final monster is Infernal Dragons, a 4-star monster with 2000 attack, 0 defense. If this card attacks, is destroyed and sent to the graveyard during the end phase. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard from the field, you can special summon this card by tributing 1 monster. So it's okay, it's not too bad. I don't think you'll use the effects too much, but it's sometimes good to have a little 4-star monster with that much attack. So I'm going to move on to his spells now, and I run 2 copies of the awesome Power Bond. Okay, so basically what you do with Power Bond is you fusion summon 1 machine type monster, and it gains attack equal to its original attack. So it basically just doubles it. However, the backside of this card is that during the end phase of the turn this card is activated, you take damage equal to the amount of attack gained from this effect at the time of the summon. So though you can get your Cybernetic Dragon up to 8000 attack points, bear in mind you are going to take some of that damage at the end of the turn, so make sure you use it wisely. But with a card that's got piercing as well, I'm sure you'll be okay. Next up I run 2 copies of Polymerization. I run 2 because I basically it runs better than just having 1, so you can get some of those cool fusion monsters out there a lot easier than if you just run it at 1. Next up I have Different Dimension Capsule, and this card is really cool. What you do is when you activate this card, you search for a card in your deck, you remove it from play. On your second standby phase, you'll get that card in your hand. So I often use it either for Power Bond like Zane would, or sometimes I get a Cyber Dragon so I can see more in my hand. Then I've got Photon Generator Unit. You're going to need this so you can summon a Cyber Laser Dragon. Next up I have Future Fusion. This card is really cool. So basically what you do is you send from your deck to the graveyard fusion material monsters that are listed on a fusion monster card, and on your second standby phase that fusion monster is going to be summoned to the field, so it's basically like a future polymerization. Then I've got Battle Fusion. This card is really awesome, and it's a card that I really love the artwork on. Basically what this card does is when an attack is declared involving a fusion monster you control and an opponent's monster, that monster you control gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster until the end of the damage step. It's really cool card, and you can have a lot of fun and do a lot of damage with it. Next up I have a copy of Ruthless Denial. You select 1 monster you control and send it to the graveyard, and send 1 random card in your opponent's hand to the graveyard as well. Now I've got Cybernetic Fusion support. You pay half your life points, and basically what you do is fusion monsters, the fusion material monsters you can either banish from your hand, graveyard, or side of the field to summon a fusion monster. So it's pretty cool. Overload Fusion. You remove from play from your side of the field or your graveyard fusion material monsters that are listed on a dark machine type fusion monster, and special summon that 1 fusion monster from your fusion deck. Pretty cool. Next up I have Limiter Removal. So you double the attack of all machine type monsters you controlled. So if you've managed to use Power 1 and you've got a Cybernetic Dragon out with 8000 attack, if you play this one as well, you can make him like 16,000. Which has piercing as well, which is absolutely incredible. But like Power Bond, this card also has a downside. During the end phase you destroy all those monsters. So once again, like Power Bond, just be careful when you use it. There, Zane runs a copy of Defusion, Mystical Space Typhoon, Pot of Greed, and his final spell card is Monster Reborn. So let's move on to Zane's traps, and we're going to start with Attack Reflector Unit. So you're going to need this to get Cyber Barrier Dragon to the field. You tribute 1 Cyber Dragon on your side of the field, and you'll get your Cyber Barrier out, which is pretty cool. Return Soul. Activate only during the end phase. You can return up to 3 monsters destroyed this turn from the graveyard to the owner's decks. Then I've got Cybernetic Hidden Technology. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send to the graveyard 1 Cyber Dragon you control or 1 fusion monster you control that lists Cyber Dragon as a fusion material monster, then target the attacking monster and destroy that card, which is really awesome. Then I've got Rare Metamorph. You equip this to a machine type monster, it gains 500 attack, and you can negate the effect of a spell card that targets this monster, so it's a pretty cool card there. Next up I have Trap Jammer, which is awesome. I love this card as well. Damage Polarizer. Activate only when an effect that inflicts damage is activated. Negate its activation and effect, and each player draws a card, so it's a really cool trap card. Then I've got Call of the Haunted, and his final trap card is really cool. It's Final Fusion. So during either player's battle step, when a fusion monster you control battles an opponent's fusion monster, target both those fusion monsters, negate the attack, and if you do, each player takes damage equal to the combined attack of both those fusion monsters. So that is really awesome and very devastating at the same time. I remember when Zane played this against Jaden in that final duel in Season 1, it was just awesome. So that does it for Zane's traps. Let's move on to his 5 fusion monsters. We're going to start with Cyber Dragon. Obviously you're going to need Cyberdark Horn, Cyberdark Edge and Cyberdark Kill. It works in the same way that you attach a dragon monster to it, but there's no level restrictions this time. This card also gains 100 attack for each monster that's in your graveyard. And also, if this monster was to be destroyed, you destroy the equipped monster, same as you would with the others. So this guy can become quite huge. I remember when Zane went dark in like Season 2, I think it was. He'd be sending all his monsters to the graveyard, basically just so he could power this really awesome monster up. Next up we have Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. So it's 1 Cyber Dragon and then 1 or more machine type monsters. You don't need polymerization to fuse these together, so it kind of works like XYZ Dragon Cannon does. But the really cool thing about this is you can actually steal your opponent's machine type monsters on the field to use it, which is, you know, insane and quite trollish. Next up I have Chimeratech Overdragon. So same again, it's a Cyber Dragon plus 1 or more machine type monsters. It basically gains 800 attack for every monster that you use to fusion summon it, and it can attack once per monster that you've used to fusion summon it. So if you use like four monsters, for example, it will gain, you know, a large amount of attack, and it can attack 4 times, which is really awesome. Next up is the awesome Cyber Twin Dragon. 2,800 attack, 2,100 defense, requires 2 Cyber Dragons. This card can also attack twice during the same battle phase, which is really awesome. And finally, I saved the best till last, the awesome Cyber End Dragon. 4,000 attack, 2,800 defense, requires 3 Cyber Dragons, and this card has piercing. The things you can do with this card, you know, if you can buy it with like Power Bond, Limiter Removal, things like that, is absolutely incredible. I just love the artwork on this card as well. So cool. But there we go, guys. So that's my Zane Truesdale deck profile there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment in the comment section below on what you thought of the deck. This also marks the end of Zane week for me as well. I've really had a lot of fun doing this. Also, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you'd like to see me do this for like another character. I had a lot of fun doing it, so I'll do like a duel, an opening that is similar to what I think the character's like, and a deck profile. If I've already done a deck profile already, I'll look at doing something slightly different instead of the deck profile. But yeah, for more character deck profiles, character deck duels, Yu-Gi-Oh openings and more, don't forget you can head over to my channel and please like, comment and subscribe. Till next time, guys, take care.